Guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about why I think that, all things considered, to have strength in your lower body, in your abs, in your lower back, in your legs, says a lot more to someone than having hypertrophy in the upper body. Now, I'm choosing my words very carefully here because I'm talking about something very specific. And in the sentence that I've just said, I'm not also saying don't train your upper body, which is a lot of what the sentiment is with these kind of videos. But I just want to really drill in my perspective on why the lower body is so important. So anyway, I'm going to tell you guys a story basically about this bouncer that we made friends with at university, or that one of my friends made friends with. And every time I went to this bar that he was always the doorman for, he'd be like, "Oh, how are you guys doing?" You know, like recognise us stuff, and he'd give us a handshake every time. And this guy had the strongest handshake I've ever seen, right? And when people talk about strong handshakes, they're often talking about the strength exerted in the forearm, right? But that's not really what I mean. The strength of the forearm is actually, what people don't realise is the strength of the forearm. It's actually quite a superficial part of how good a handshake is. Because he didn't actually shake your hand very hard. But what I didn't really realise until I shook hands with this guy, this bouncer, was that when you shake your hands with someone, you're really shaking hands from your core in your lower back. That's really where the sort of point of contact, because it's a really great way of seeing how sturdy the other person is. And anyway, going back to this guy, he just wouldn't move. Like, you'd shake his hand and his body would just be firm. You know, I didn't even realise that was a thing before, but next time you shake someone's hand, just see how much their body moves with their hand. And like, it's not going to be very much, but it's going to be a little bit. And you know, maybe you have to shake someone's hand who has really good core muscles to realise this, but it says so much if you shake someone's hand and they like shaking this guy's hand, it was like shaking hands with an oak tree, you know? It was just so rooted in the ground. And anyway, what I realised was that while aesthetically it's very pleasing to have good, you know, upper body muscles, there's something so much more powerful about having that sturdy form in your lower body. Because I don't know, when I shake hands with someone now who has like really good lower body strength, they've got that good core and they've got really good back muscles, like they can deadlift, they can squat, stuff like that. I think like this guy could really fuck me up. And it's really subtle, and like often people don't really notice it. Maybe if I was not on self-improvement, if I wasn't on going to the gym and stuff, I wouldn't have even noticed it myself. But even better, to be honest, because then it's very subtle, it's very ingrained in a person. And so anyway, to bring this full circle, if you want to have a good handshake, like, yeah, make sure you squeeze tight and stuff, but I think if you want a handshake that really shows you're a guy who says what he is and is what he is, and you know, not a pushover, literally. Working your core muscles, work on your lower back, do deadlifts, do squats, and you know, everyone says, "Oh, abs are made in the kitchen" and stuff like that, but like, spend some time doing ab exercises as well, like even if they're not very much, you know. I mean, that's really what I've incorporated into my protocol now. It's just, you know, a little bit of ab work here and there. You know, deadlifting very small amounts, just really getting my form down. You know, same with just doing bodyweight squats, you know, this kind of thing. And I can see it really working wonders on my body language, and I'll slowly become that guy who just gives a really solid handshake, you know, and improves my posture. You know, you just feel more kind of good. So yeah, if you want a good handshake, basically, focus on exercising your lower body.